Folks, welcome to a very special interview. I have here a very special person who is going to give you their interpretation, their raw, uncut interpretation and experience with DMT. Unadulterated. I wanted to do these interviews like this for you, so you can hear from people that may have similar stories, similar backgrounds, or similar situations that will allow you to understand that DMT is applicable for anybody seeking peace of mind in every facet of their life. I have here a beautiful, very, very fit and committed to her being, Misty Neilson, who is my neighbor, who is a recent graduate of UNLV, and who is someone who is an all-star salesperson in the realm of pharmaceuticals. So, the good kind, that is. The good pharmaceuticals that help people. But anyway,
the good guys.
The good guys. I have just some very direct questions I'm going to ask of Misty, and Misty's going to answer them for you guys. Ready, Misty?
I am.
Okay. And I want you guys to scroll in that seat so you guys can see just how neat and meticulously written those questions are by my wonderful assistant, who happens
Gorgeous.
to be the camera, by the way. So, here we go. Misty Neilson, questions, you be the judge. Here we go. Misty, how did you find, or how would you define peace of mind before DMT, and now how would you define it?
It's interesting because that question, when I looked at it the first time, I was sent the video. First time I watched it, I was stressed out. I was distracted by a brand new puppy, biting my feet and other things. And I just didn't absorb enough of it. But I knew I was going to watch it again. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm definitely going to watch this again when I can actually focus everything on it. In between the first time I watched it and the second time, I was sent the questions. And I glanced at that question and I thought, okay, peace of mind. I thought of like immediate and very narrow peace of mind. For example, like setting my alarm clock or my house alarm at night and feeling safe, us getting a gate here, paying off student loans and things and not having to worry about that, and just having things organized for my week. And peace of mind was very like immediate in a sense. And after watching the video, I thought, peace of mind is more of a mindset. And it's something that you want to have throughout any problems, any celebrations, anything. You want it to kind of be, your way of thinking.
Told you, raw, candid. Give you a little background on Misty, aside from the things I know. Misty is also a person who every single day runs 2 miles before the sun comes up. So when I say committed human being, she's a very committed human being. Anyone who allows for their physical well-being to be at the vanguard of their day, at the vanguard of their week, at the vanguard of whatever they do, you have a committed human being. And this is someone, again, for those of you who are committed professionals, you have done the things that society has said do in terms of go to school, graduate, get a great job. You're looking at it right here. And peace of mind is something that is wanted by her, by you, by me, everybody. We just don't know how to verbalize it, but that's why I'm doing these kind of interviews, so you can get a different perspective other than mine. This is Misty's, and I just wanted to say that, so it's cool, right?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Number 2, Misty, if you had to describe DMT in just one single sentence, how would you?
It's funny because this is like take 5, and I've said kind of the same thing every time, but something you just said just like clicked. I don't know how to explain it, but I do think it's like a roadmap to get to what you need mentally and emotionally, because it's funny when you say I'm committed to things very physically, but I struggle with like emotional commitments and changing the way I think and changing, you know what I mean? Because there's always those demons that come in that's like, you're not enough, you're not good enough for that guy, you're not good enough for this job, you know what I mean? So, and I've recently started working on, I need to change my mind, I need to change, I need to find my peace of mind and mentally and emotionally, because physically I think I'm pretty good about it. Like when I want something, when I want to like run a mile or 2, I do it. It's like it's nothing, but mentally and emotionally is something I need to work on, and more committing to like, this is the way I'm thinking, and this is how I will react to things, and you know what I mean? So it's kind of like the roadmap to get to what you're seeking you know?
This is why I love these interviews. This is why I wanted you guys to hear this. This. Question number 3. How would you describe my style of teaching?
It's amazing. I like it. You're very calm and like level-headed and what's that? Even-keeled, you know what I mean? And like organized in how you speak and how you do things, and I can tell you're a perfectionist, so the video came across as very like organized and how you wanted it, and you know, it resonated well when I actually like had time to focus on it and absorb it. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad she says that, because sometimes I am a little hard on myself, because I want people to understand implicitly that the most important thing you have, you, myself, Misty, my assistant, everyone we know, the most important thing we have is our peace of mind. Question number 4, what's the biggest realization when it comes to your present day peace of mind that you have now?
It's an interesting question again, because it got my mind going. This year has been really good for me, but the 2 previous years before that were some of the worst I've ever had. Wow. And I got out of like a very bad relationship. My dad was diagnosed with cancer. Wow. And I went through this like crazy depression, and I'm a fighter, so I got out of it, you know, finished school, like got the job I wanted, and I just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and still this year it feels like something's not clicking. Right. So I have been like really going internal and trying to figure out like, what do I need to do to figure this out? How do I fight through this? How do I make this? I don't need perfect. I never need perfect, but I do want that peace of mind, and I want that happy medium, I guess. And I've just never been able to find it emotionally and in like relationships, like romantic relationships. And with my dad, it's like stuff like this is always going to happen. Nothing is forever. And it's funny because you said something like that, and you were like, you know, you're going to have to say goodbye, and you're going to have to learn. You have to learn to live in the present and have that peace of mind in the present, because we don't know if we're ever going to see those people again. But you know, you have to find that happy place. So it's funny, when I was watching the video and like something you said before we moved to this room, I was like, this is so weird. Like it's just kind of very on my path for a reason.
Alignment.
So yeah, exactly. The universe kind of gave this to me for a reason. So thank you.
Okay, folks, pardon the change in position, pardon the sound quality change. We actually killed the last camera. The battery died. So I hope you can hear us. Misty's still here. She's just on the left of me, and I'm on the right of her. The sun is still shining in, but we had to make some modifications. But we're here, and we're going to continue letting Misty give you her unadulterated experience with DMT. The next question we had was, what do you feel is the biggest benefit to knowing how to cultivate peace of mind?
It's knowing how, because life will always be difficult. I mean, it's never perfect, it's never easy, but if you can find your peace of mind in any type of adversities, you can handle anything.
True that.
And you can come out knowing that it happened for a reason and it taught you a lesson, and you know,
True that.
Staying calm in the crazy it's priceless.
I think that kind of sums up when shit's going like awry in our lives. To be able to retain your peace of mind.
Right.
Because I think that's what wrecks people.
And I've noticed that crazy kind of perpetuates crazy. So the more at peace you are in life, I've observed it. So the more at peace you are, the more peace comes into your life, and the more calm, the more good things, and the more positive.
So who do you personally feel would benefit most from DMT?
I feel like anyone that is seemingly perfect on the surface, and is just mentally trying to figure things out, like something's not clicking, they want more fulfilling boyfriends, relationships with men, no, just kidding, and just trying to figure out that missing piece in their life and how to get to it. You know, I think being aware is the first step, and then taking all the steps, you know, having a roadmap to getting there is, you know, beneficial. So it's for anyone that's just trying to figure life out mentally and emotionally.
And I couldn't agree more, because the reason I created it is I got sick of wanting answers. Like when life situations would arise.
Right.
You know, you have spiritual teachers, and you have church, and you have gurus, and, you know, books, and you have that stuff, and no dig against it. But when life shows up, I think that because we are so ill-prepared, if you will, that our immediate response is to look outside of ourselves, is to search for psychologists, relationship therapists,
or negative
yes,
influences,
the
which
defeatist
is
voice, yes.
terrible.
And that's the worst thing, that beats us down to a pulp, if you will, because there is no end to it. Like as soon as we start talking negative to ourselves, it kind of continues and snowballs. And I hope that for those of you watching, like Misty, who takes time to focus on the things that really matter, such as your life and the peace of mind you have while you're here on earth. Folks, before we egress, or pretty much finish up, because we are finished, I'm going to share something with you. There is not a human being that is sucking oxygen. There isn't one sentient human being that is sucking oxygen, that is walking above ground like you and I are, who does not have the desire and the want to live a life where they can say, damn, I lived a good life. Because at the end of my life, all I want is to be able to die a peaceful death around people who loved me and who I loved. That is it. Now beyond that, that's another story. But while I'm here, while I'm holding space with people like Misty, while I'm holding space with people like my assistant, while I'm here, I want to make sure that every facet of my life is passionate. I want to have the best relationships with people. I want to earn as much money as I possibly can. I want to be as benevolent as I can. I want to build a school in South Africa. I want to have the best sex in life. I want to have everything that I want and not feel guilty about it. And guess what? I pretty much do. And I'm going to continue to do it by helping people like Misty, helping people like you, and being able to use the gifts and the things that I've been bequeathed by my family, by the divine, by the goodness that dwells amongst us all. I've just learned how to take my little piece of it, redistribute it, so that other people can benefit and find their own little piece of it too. With that being said, Misty, thank you for rocking with me.
Thank you.
For 20 takes. Thank you guys.
The bloopers
and,
reel.
Yeah, the blooper reel is real.
Is real.
And she was so gracious and so patient. If you ever need a running partner when you're in Vegas, thank you so much.
Thank you.